Hello, hello. I still like to hear the room. I don't know what it is. Oh, for the spit there. Is everything... Oh, it's okay, because at the end of the last stream, it is behind again. Oh, I don't know how to fix it. It's annoying. I wonder what it is. Ugh. Good evening, Spotter Kyle. Nice to see you, man. And what is it? Why is the camera behind? That's gonna annoy me. I know I've gone. I know. I think the whole stream's gonna be me behind, unfortunately. Because it's been a pain in the ass. It really, really is. I think by the end of the last stream, which was 3 hours long, which is the longest stream I've done this... Yeah. Stop going off alarm. Anyway, for now, I don't think there's any good way of doing things, because I know if I start messing around with the webcam and the thing, the program, like, do it, like, it's on tracker mode, like, but is it made a difference? No, I think it's gone worse. Oh, every stream? Why is it behind? Like, it's not behind on the actual program for the webcam. It's behind on OBS. That's going to do my head in, and it's probably going to do your head in too. Let's be honest, you're not here to watch me. So I wanted to do a little chill stream. I weren't really going to do the stream. Look at the state of my hair as well. I weren't going to do the stream today. Let's have a little look at what's going on at Manchester. Ryanair holding. Oh, here we go. Look at this. Nice. Yeah, so I wasn't going to do the stream today, because I'll be totally honest, the active virtual plane spotting. Now, I used to watch a channel, I can't remember who it was, but there was a guy who used to hook up his flight sim. I think it was 2020, and it used to be really spot on, and it used to mimic flight radar really well, and it was pretty cool. And he used to just live stream for hours on end, and that's doing my head in now, because that's getting worse. It's getting worse and worse. Oh my god, I will figure it out. I'll figure it out some point. I do apologize, guys. So yeah, there was this guy, and he'd live stream, and he just basically, and it was actually Manchester. He'd live stream virtually from Flight Sim 2020, I think, and he just like do it for hours and hours, like just hours through the day, and it was pretty cool, and it was just cool to watch. Now, listen, I love going actual plane spotting in real life. Love it. I used to love to go. I used to always want to go and do it, and it's only been in the last couple of years where I've actually gone and done it solo and by myself, sometimes with family and stuff like that. But really on my own, and it's just really nice. It's really nice to go and do. But I also like the concept of virtual plane spotting because, well, you can go to airports that you just cannot get to, and you can go and see the types of traffic there. It's not like the real thing. Listen, guys, I know, go and touch grass. I get it, but I love the concept of being able to just visit different airports. Granted, we are here at Manchester, and I could, go and catch a coach, a train or whatever to Manchester, but it's a cool concept. Now, I've been messing around with XPlane 12, and I'm still getting used to it. I'm still getting used to everything, all the different bits and bobs, the flying, the UI, the cameras especially. Realized that I still actually have Traffic Global from when I had XPlane 11. It's XPlane 12 compatible. I installed it, and oh yeah, I mean, listen, the models, the AI models of the aircraft, yeah, they're outdated. They're very outdated. I mean, look at the wheels; they're shiny, and they're very, very polygony. Polygony is a word. Don't you convince me otherwise. The landing gear struts and stuff. Yeah, I mean, they're nowhere near on the level as Just Flight, because this is Just Flight Traffic Global. They're on a different level. I mean, these aren't on the level as something like Just Flight Traffic for flights in 2020 and 2024. Haven't got a clue why we've got a Peach aircraft here. Anyway, but it's quite fun. Now, the reason that I can make do with stuff like that, I haven't got any sound, which is a bit of a pain in the bum. Because what I've done is, now I've obviously messed things up with some kind of the installation. Got no actual sounds for some reason. Not too sure why. Did I have sound at Heathrow? There doesn't seem to be any sound at Manchester. There's definitely traffic. There's definitely traffic sounds in Heathrow and LAX. The reason why I'm just choosing them is because I've got the TaiModels Manchester and Heathrow, and I've got the ShortFInal Design LAX as well. Now, I don't know how this is going to work, guys, because just starting XPlane up for me in particular doesn't always work. It will let me load into the sim. It'll sometimes just completely freeze to the black screen, and then sometimes it'll load and then it will take a year to actual, and then the camera does that. I don't know why it does that. It just spins. There's the airport pub there. I think I must reset it or something. But yeah, XPlane has its own little rule of whether it's gonna load up for me, so I don't know how the stream's gonna go today, I'll be totally honest. Now, the reason why we've got the lovely little stream overlays going on here from Logitech is because I have been collaborating with them for a video for Logitech G Play Days. I think it's been running for a couple of years now. I think they're live streaming right now with some of the new Logitech products, but they did kindly send me the lovely Pro X2 Lightspeed. Now, I was using, where is it? There it is there. The Logitech G Pro. Lovely headset. Microphone is fantastic. But now I have got the wireless going here, and listen, wireless headphones have been going for years, but I haven't had one for my PC till now, and it feels great. I've got no wire running down. It's all good. Maybe that's why it's behind, but no, it's the webcam that's behind, not the volume. No, it's the webcam. It's not the headset. I'm a second guessing myself there. But yeah, I've linked the stream below. Sorry, I've linked the product pages below for this. Now these are on sale. I need to double check how much these are on sale for. Not too sure why the camera spun around there, but these are usually, where are they? Because they also do the what are they called? The Astros. The Astros look lovely, but I do like these ones. They look a bit more aviation type, don't they? The Pro X Lightspeed, oh, they've come down completely now. They were 260, the 199, 199, £60 off in black, white and pink if you would like a choice. But yeah, guys, on my socials I will be posting a few other things, but I posted the unboxing as well, so I'll be looking at that again, and this is what they are, if you're wondering. King Bob's Network, nice to see you. These aren't on the network, no. I don't know where the information's coming from for Just Flight. It's basically, this is Just Flight Traffic Global. It's a really old program for XPlane 11. It's compatible with XPlane 12, as you can see. And at the minute, I think it's something I've done. So I installed this back onto my system, downloaded it, installed it again, because I did have it for XPlane 11 and only realized I had it in my Just Flight account. So I downloaded it, reinstalled it. Now when you reinstall this, it comes, oh, there's some sounds there for you. It comes with a really outdated route network and liveries and stuff. So when you load into airports, you'll be seeing 747s, you know, 747 passenger service ones, not cargo and stuff. But you start seeing outdated liveries, outdated routes, outdated airlines at the airports. So you can go and get some, they're on the XPlane forums, you can go and get some updated ones, and to install them it does require you to start messing around with the files from Traffic Global. But obviously right now, as you can see, we've got the new Iceland Air livery, and obviously the 737 MAX, which is what they use. Gotcha, Just Flight have that for 2024. Never thought to play in spot with it. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of this I did it ages ago for, I think it was the first stream I did back when I sort of made my return back to YouTube. Or at some point I did a virtual plane spotting from I think it was 2020 or 2024, and I can't remember what I was using. I think I was actually comparing FSLTL and something else from what I can remember. Obviously, visually and stuff like that, plane spotting on Microsoft Flight Simulators is fantastic. For me, there's a couple of things why Traffic Global, again, it is outdated. The only reason why I love this, even though I am having some issues with, you know, XPlane loading and the load times, and just frame rate and performance, fantastic, can't fault it, but stability for me is just a bit of a pain. And unfortunately it does, like, I just before the stream I had a crash, or I decided to close XPlane, force close it, and it did completely crash OBS. XPlane and OBS don't like each other apparently, and the first live stream I did with XPlane, you would have seen that happen. I guess you could this with any input. I mean, yes, you could go virtual plane spotting with any AI traffic. For me, XPlane 12, but for me, Traffic Global, apart from the sort of the outdated liveries, and I say the sound is a bit of an issue. There should be sound. I've noticed the sound in some airports, and then I think it is because I've messed around with the files to bring the new routes and liveries in to Traffic Global. But it's all this. Like you see on my screen here, you can go into the plugins, you can go to Traffic Global, and you can put the radar on. You know, you can do all that. That is something that the other traffic things for Microsoft Flight Simulators, Microsoft Flight Simulator don't really have. Beyond ATC does have a map, but the difference with those is that it's just a map. That's all you can see. You can click on them. You can also use little nav map to click on the maps and see information. The difference with the map on this is, for example, if I go to flick the departures off on here, or flight to go to departures, the Iceland Air that's just taken off there, if I, maybe not that one, but the EasyJet taxiing out now to Dubrovnik, if I click on the plane, it locks onto it, and you can still move the camera around. Now it will lock on. You can go on to Traffic Global again and select, I think it's AI, Tower to AI or U to AI, and that's the plane that I was in. You can also do I think it's like free cam or chase cam. Tower to free cam. You can also see a GA aircraft over there. That's actually another thing Traffic Global has got GA aircraft on it. So if I go to click on there, it's centered it on there. So what I need to do is I just need to I can do that as well. The scenery hasn't loaded in, and like I said before, the the aircraft models aren't amazing. They're not incredible. So I've got tower view. I can. No, that's not working. I can move the camera, and I can press C to go back to free cam. But as you can see, you can do flight path view, then you can do flight schedule, or you can do radar as well. I was actually okay with the views the other day. I don't know why I've suddenly just forgot how to use that. You can change things up. Now, ones in yellow here are the ones obviously that are departed. You can also click on the radar as well. There you go. We got a nice 757 Jet 2, which we don't see anymore. And again, you can literally do that. You can. It won't let you scroll there, but you can scroll with the controller. You can zoom in and out. There's some sounds there, but I think I've messed the sounds up. It's an EasyJet again. No sounds for some reason, but you can see there's the EasyJet on approach. Fantastic. And again, you can zoom in and out, and it's got all of its registrations. Again, the aircraft models are they're dated. They're dated to kind of what you expect from back in the day. There's Old Trafford over there. Look at that. Avison, hello, hello, hello. Good to see you. So just wanted to do a little chilled out stream, nothing too sort of informative if you like. Just a little chilled live stream. I will be scheduling one for Sunday. It could be anything. The thing with live streams are that things come through my Discord or email, and it could be that I've completely changed the live stream schedule. Bit early there on the touchdown maybe, but still quite good. You'll notice there's no effects, unfortunately. So it is outdated in the sense of there's no effects. Now I've spotted here, this is Jet Parks 3. Very, very good spot. Currently at this minute in time you would be over here in the daytime, because this would be completely not backlit, so you'd be getting some good photos of the approach aircraft there, and you can stand here and watch the aircraft approach. And if it's single runway ops, which Manchester doesn't always see, is mostly dual ops. I've not seen dual ops on this traffic plugin as of yet, which is a bit of a shame. So this is a spot here at Manchester. Jet Parks 3. I believe back in the day this used to be a big mud mound, and it was even better than it is now. I still like it, it's pretty cool. Good for approach photography if the aircraft are using 2-3 right. We have got aircraft on approach here. The only thing I would like would be to see the information before. If I click on it, it's going to take me to the aircraft. So in that sense, it's not, you know, it's not friendly. But it's still quite nice, the fact that we can click on each aircraft. And guys, I'm not reviewing Traffic Global here. Traffic Global's been out for many years now. There's absolutely no point in me reviewing it. This is not a review of Traffic Global. As I say, this is just a nice little live stream where we can all spot some planes, have a little chat in the chat if you want to, ask me questions. You will see that there is graphics on the screen for Logitech G Play Days. Data there, 17th to the, I thought it was the 29th, but apparently this says the 27th, so this says the 29th. Links are in the description below, guys. Massive thanks to Logitech for sending me these bad boys. I've now got the Logitech Pro X2 Lightspeed, which is the wireless version, and it's just a lot nicer. I've got some buttons to do things here, and it's pretty nice. It's nice to have what I had before, but in this wireless package. So yeah, guys, I will kind of be shouting out the Logitech G Play Days. Not too much, guys, but just, you know, it is there. More information if you're interested in the description. But yeah, that's been a collaboration that I've really been excited to be part of. So although not flight sim related, it's all good. It's PC, it's these fantastic sound on them, so if you're doing flight simming, can't go wrong. Also as well, I don't know if that Ryanair went off, I'm assuming it did. Yeah, there it is up there. The zoom is endless on XPlane 12 as well on the free cam. There is our lovely, God bless, the 757 Jet 2 heading out. Fortunately, something we don't see anymore, but we did have the Iceland Air 757, the Aurora livery in Manchester today. Would have loved to have gone and seen that. Oh, there we go. Didn't see that coming. Jet 2, I would imagine that was our G-Sung. Was it G-Sung? Yeah, I think it was. So I'd imagine the airport sceneries do have an effect on the on things, just like they do in Microsoft Flight Simulator. But I was looking to do Manchester, Heathrow and LAX. I did load up into Heathrow before, and it seemed okay, but then I tried to jump to another one and then it wasn't. So Ivan, good to see you, bud. And again, I don't know why the camera just completely does that on its own. It's probably not doing it on its own, it's probably me, but let's see what departure we have here. This is the Zankanos, I think that's how you say it. The sounds are okay on this. Well, they're not. They're terrible. But and also the reverse thrusts seem to be completely open on this. But oh well. And again, I would also say that the sound's going in and out there. Yeah, I am aware that my voice is behind as well. The webcam, it's not completely spot on. I apologise, I'm trying to fix it. Don't know what's going on with it. Yes, so the other thing that's wrong is I've found that the airport stand, the locations of the aircraft are completely wrong as well, but I've seen that on Microsoft Flight Simulator, so it's not... Yeah, the sounds are wrecked on it. Another Ryanair there, Ryanair 737-800. Again, all the Ryanair aircraft would usually be here on Terminal 3. Put your foot down. Yeah, it's yeah, they're a bit messed up, the sounds, unfortunately, guys. I think I've done something with the updated routes and liveries. But just to show you, can use the free cam here with the keyboard. You can have a little look. Can you also click? Yeah, you can click shift and forward and it takes you along a bit faster, so you can actually see. The two, again, the EasyJet completely off there. I think Air Transat go from here. I think the Austrian's correct, but yeah, you've got a mixture. Jet 2, Air Tanker, which is fantastic to see. It's good that it's updated that. Some of the TUI ones are a bit old. Again, we got some TUI Dreamliners here, which would be over here. For the most part, it's all right. It's not amazing. Over here, the Aer Lingus would be over on Terminal 2 stands. This is the A380 stand. The airport itself, I mean, we're not reviewing the scenery, but it's all right. These guys obviously also do the Manchester scenery for Microsoft Flight Simulator. I would say it's the most complete Manchester we've got in Microsoft Flight Simulator as of now, until the likes of Heathrow and IndyBuilds get their hands on it, which they're currently doing. But even in XPlane 12, it's more complete than what we've got in Microsoft Flight Simulator at the moment. This is actually some interiors in this in XPlane 12, but we won't be looking at that. There's no point. There's a full-on coach going round at the minute. I mean, Listen, XPlane 12, it can look absolutely brilliant, but I just think it's still behind with the build and textures, and even the third-party stuff. It's nicely made, but it's not rendered in as nice as it. It still looks pretty cool. I mean, these guys have done a really great job of Manchester, but look at the actual textures. It's so outdated, even this being a third-party airport. Listen, I'm getting into the comparison. I'm getting into reviewing the scenery here. It's a full rendition of Manchester. You know, this is very iconic of Manchester scenery for sure. Again, you wouldn't see this rotating on here because this is not used anymore. This is the actual control tower. But again, guys, nothing too mad for this live stream. Just laid back, watching the planes, showing you a bit of XPlane 12 again, and just having a chat. If anyone wants to have a chat through the live chat. I've got some more videos. I really need to wear these properly. Sorry, guys. Bear with me. Bear with me. Pretty warm. I'm gonna turn the volume down. That's what it is. That's better. Ace Airstream, good to see you, bud, in the stream. I don't know of any mods. In fact, I'm not really well sort of knowledgeable in the mods for XPlane 12 at this point. I would say riverbanks, yes, they do need improvement. The roads aren't too bad, mate. I'll be honest, they're not. They're not amazing. They're better than. I think they're better than Microsoft Flight Simulators. Although this doesn't seem to be the default roads here. The road traffic is miles better. In fact, I think these are actually custom cars for the scenery. I think the custom roads, you'll be able to see them if I venture out a bit more. Not the custom roads, the actual default roads. I think they're just really, really nice. Granted, they're probably not exactly what you would get. I mean, yeah, I mean, that's just a mess. But unfortunately, I don't know of any. Again, I'm not 100% on the XPlane mods at the minute. I used to be. I mean, as I say, XPlane 12 was my first proper simulator that I started, you know, getting the bug for and starting sort of invest my time more in flight sim, and was XPlane 11. But it's like all of my XPlane knowledge went as soon as I started doing Flight Sim 2020. It disappeared. Cheers, Mike, mate. I appreciate it, mate. Thanks for popping in and taking a little look. We've even got some birds here, guys. I don't think these are part of the scenery, and if they are, that's pretty cool, but I don't think they are part of the scenery. Has XPlane got birds natively? Interesting. Not seen that actually before, but that's a bit dangerous. Also, as well, I've noticed with Traffic Global that it has its moments, and generally Manchester isn't. There's a bird going past. Yeah, there's some more coming in. I mean, I would say it was probably a tiny bit busier. I have got everything set to the highest, I believe. Yeah, traffic density is all the way up. All the way up. Sounds on. I think I've just messed the sounds up with some of the aircraft. That's the issue. For me, the roads are too obvious from, but you have Orbeck installed here, yeah. Maybe that softens them. I do have it installed. I have Central and South currently installed, but they dramatically increased load times. This, I think, is part of the scenery. I don't think it's part of Orbex. Obviously, Manchester over here, as you can see, that is the Orbex scenery. The roads over here, as you can see, there's lampposts in the middle and everything, so it's not spot on. I think the road textures and kind of the road network and the road network isn't going to be spot on. There's also a lack of cars on the road, but again, the traffic's a bit, you know, janky, a bit squared. It's not smooth. There's a lot of birds here, and I don't know why. I don't know if these are native to XPlane 12 or this is part of the scenery, but this, if the scenery makers have put this amount of birds in for an approach path for Manchester, then they've got it a bit wrong. But yeah, the traffic here is not too bad. More birds. Not too sure what's happening there, to be honest with you. Apart from the light, the lamppost being in the middle of the road, it's not bad. Don't know what the hell all these birds are doing, I'll be honest with you. But yeah, jet parks, and there's actually a load of greenhouses there. That's quite cool. There's no hangars over here. But anyway, I'm starting to review the scenery again. But yeah, we've got a few on approach. We've got this Austrian E119, 195 maybe. I'm not up on my Embraers. We will go off to other airports. The issue I've got right now is if I go into another airport, it might start being a pain in the bum. I might not actually load up. We've got 3 aircraft on approach here. We can have a little look. The zoom, as I say, is pretty good on there. On XPlane. Don't know what all these birds are about. Also, all of those planes have just disappeared now. So, it's not without its glitches, as you can see. Also, the clouds over here look pretty mean. Got a couple of other aircraft on approach on the flight path, but again, as you saw just there, as you can see, we're actually getting general aviation aircraft from Barton as part of the Traffic Global, which is pretty cool. What I am going to do, guys, is just try and load up LAX. You'll have to wish me luck. Cross your fingers, because it can be a bit of a long-winded thing. But yeah, we'll try our best. Again, I do apologize for the webcam. When I look at my webcam software, everything's synced up correctly. Somewhere on OBS is making the webcam very, very behind, and I don't want to mess with the stream. It seems to be going off and on. Like, that's not too bad, but I can visibly see that the difference, which is a bit of a shame, but is what it is, unfortunately. If I start messing with the webcam software, OBS will crash. I know it will. It doesn't like maybe it's the webcam software. Maybe I should just pick the actual camera as the input. Anyway, you'll see that I am actually changing the livery over, because I can't stand to think that there's going to be a KLM 737 in LAX. That's what I'm like. Let's park it over here. I think there's a United or Delta hangar here. It don't matter. It's Reet. Let's make it a nice clear day at LAX, and hopefully it'll load. I'll take you back to that webcam. What I might do, guys, is just change the webcam input so it's not basically taking the webcam input from the program, it's taking it from the actual webcam. That might be why. If the stream goes to buffering, that's what it is, guys. So while it hopefully loads into LAX, I'll do that now. So stay with it, guys. If you are watching, I appreciate it. It might not be everyone's cup of tea, this live stream. It's just, as I say, it's a bit of a chilled out, relax, watch some planes, look at XPlane 12 again. Nothing too insane. While you're waiting though, make sure you go and check out the Logitech website. If you've got some birthday money or some pocket money, you might be wanting to upgrade, and there's some good deals in there as well. So I am going to change that, guys. Let me just do that now. Fully expect this to completely mess up. It hasn't so far. It doesn't want to. It doesn't want to activate the camera for some reason. Oh well. Oh, hang on. We've got some loading on XPlane. Hey. It doesn't like that webcam at all. Hey, oh, hang on. Okay. Now, the issue I've got is that it's automatically in... Oh, no, it's not. It's fine. It's fine. And is my voice back to normal? Yeah, that's fine. Okay. It's good to know. It's good to know. It's good to know. I'm all red here. Sorry, guys. I don't know what that is. I think I'm just a bit sweaty. And my hair needs cutting. Right. Okay. That is good to know, because the webcam... Basically, the thing in OBS, if you ever used it, that it's there. You click on your video capture device, and I've obviously got the other EMI camera there, the S800, and then it allows you to basically use the Image Studio to take the source from in there, but apparently it doesn't like that at the minute. Don't know why. So clicking on the actual camera is better. Who knew? Anyway, we are in LAX, and it's actually loaded. Yeah, I'm not here. That's right, yeah. Why are you being a pain in the bum, camera? You're absolutely fine there, but then you're also not there. AK Fast, good to see you. Thank you for coming into the chat. Not too sure why the camera won't configure to here. Let me do what it wants me to do. It wants me to unplug it. This is what happens with this camera for some reason. There we go. Woo! Right, okay. Wow. At least it didn't crash. That's what could have happened. That's what could have happened. Right, so let's get C into... oh, look, there's some glasses. We're wearing glasses. And now we're in LAX, in a lovely Los Angeles sun. Have we got some traffic going on here? Let's have a little look. Looks like we have. Just left LAX, but in Microsoft Flight, hopping over to Honolulu. Perfect. Have a nice flight. I will most likely do another live stream playing Spot On But in Flight Sim 2024, and most likely using Beyond ATC, because it's, I would say, the most spot on with routes and overall aircraft animations. This LAX, by the way, again, I am sorry that I'm kind of in a virtual plane spot on live stream, looking at the scenery. But the ShortFInal LAX for XPlane 12 is very, very good. Again, kind of the overall texture and the modeling's fantastic, but just the limitations of XPlane are just a bit weird. Like obviously we've seen the INI build LAX, and this is fantastic. The actual, the overall, the texture and the apron textures, the runway textures and markings are all fantastic. It's just the building textures, they're very outdated, aren't they? There's actually an interior. What's an interior? Jesus, Brian. I mean, it's kind of there. It's not. It's only sort of meant for you to look in and see it. But yeah, this is definitely on the bucket list for plane spotting LAX. My actual. Oh, they're on a different runway setup for this one. Last time I was doing it, they were on approach over the. Oh, look at that! We've got a lovely little. Like a hawker? Is that like a hawker? The textures are terrible on it. But it's like a little hawker. It's even got the Union Jack on it. So United 737 MAX 8. It looks like we've got approaches and departures. Again, I don't know the runway numbers at LAX. 6 left and 6 right over the actual beach rather than over the In-N-Out burger, which is a personal bucket list for me. Grabbing a burger at In-N-Out, which I've still never had before in my life. Never been to America before in my life, so sit there with the In-N-Out burger just over there and watch them come in. That is the dream. That is something I, ever since learning about it years and years ago, was to do that. Grab an In-N-Out burger and just sit there and watch the aircraft come in at LAX. What is that? Oh my word. So it can do like business jets and general aviation traffic global. Again, the models are even worse for the general aviation stuff. Lovely Delta, I think that's an A321 just by looking at it, possibly. But yeah, we've got 06 left and 06 right, and then obviously we've got... I can hear like a propeller. Why can I hear a propeller? It's like it's right here, but I can't hear it. Can't see it. Fair enough. But yeah, this LAX scenery is great. I've linked it in the description. Oh, is it? No, there's another lovely little business jet. Oh, 2 of them. They all seem to be similar though. What is that? That's like a special one. Aviation training, that one. Lovely Lufthansa 747. That's a 400 by the look. Oh no, that's a Dash 8, I think. Yeah, that's a Dash 8 because you can tell by the engines. But yeah, this LAX is the ShortFInal version, and I've linked it in the description below. But it's lovely scenery. There's a general aviation aircraft flying over, which would be restricted. There's definitely no way that would be doing that. Was that a Japan? Yeah, it was. Look at that, a One World one as well. It's good to see also as well. We do have the special liveries. Again, don't think there's any sound in this, guys, so I do apologize. I will have to redo everything. Thing is, if I reinstall Traffic Global, I'm gonna get all of the old aircraft and all the old liveries and routes, so it's not going to be up to date, and at the minute it's pretty good for the updated route. So I'll need to look at it. I'll probably have to reinstall it and then look at the sort of the mod files and see if I can fix it. Here is the In-N-Out burger, one of the popular. I think the In-N-Out burger is done really well in the scenery as well. It's a bit more complete, I would say. But yeah, you can sit here and on approach, the aircraft come right across. There's loads of pictures online and videos, of course. But currently, the aircraft are using the other direction, which is it's again good to see that Traffic Global is doing that. What we will do is we'll change the clouds, and then we'll change weather and sort of day and time and stuff, and see if that's make a difference. Where are we? No, we're still using the other direction, unfortunately. Also, there's absolutely nothing on approach. He is there. Load on the ground. Nothing on approach. I'm choosing the busiest airport in the world and it's not doing anything. Also, my live stream preview is so behind. But yeah, anyone watching, listen, I appreciate you coming in and spending some time. Again, there's no real sort of preview or review or anything in particular. This is all quite outdated at this point. It's Traffic Global for XPlane 11, but compatible with 12. And we're just watching some. Well, we were supposed to be watching some planes, but LAX is definitely this quiet. You can see some planes over there sitting on the stand if you like. Yeah, the LAX scenery is spot on. It really is. It's just a shame we've got nothing actually moving at the minute. I know when I've changed times and stuff like that, it does take into account stuff, but again, it's just, there we go, there's one, there's a United Airlines Embraer, I think. It's quite hard because I have to use the mouse. I have to use the mouse to look at the planes. I can't use the controller. If I use the controller, as you can see, I think that's what it is. If I knock the joystick, it knocks the camera back, which is a bit of a quirk. But there's also oh, there you go. There's a King Air by the looks of it. Too sure if LAX get any of the King Airs. I'll tell you what we can do. We've got some cargo operations going off on the other runway. No sounds again. If you press the free cam, it'll just stick where it is. Hey, we'd still get some landmarks and some buildings over in the US for XPlane 12. That's pretty cool. That's actually pretty well done as well. Interesting. It's just annoying because the performance is so good, but It's just, it doesn't seem to want to load things. And if I jump to Heathrow now, there's a good chance that it will completely crash. But then, I think reinstalling Traffic Global will probably be the best thing, because at the minute, I think whatever I've installed has just completely wrecked it. Like, really badly. I might actually reinstall it, to be honest, because there's so much on the ground and there's just not enough taken off. There's one of the Southwest, I don't know if it's a special livery, but it's the sort of the golden red one. There's also something with a prop making noise and I just don't get it. It's weird, really weird. Oh. This is the only time in this room that it's really got really warm. It's a smaller room than the one that I was in, like a lot smaller, but it seems to stay a bit cooler than the other one. Not too sure what that is. Yeah, I think for some reason, I think whatever I've done to Traffic Global has completely buggered it up. And I don't know if I've... Yeah. Let me see. Because you have to install a whole bunch of new aircraft and go into the traffic plugin itself and start messing about with things there. What I might do, guys, is I might, in this live stream, don't know why. I don't know why I would even contemplate doing this on a live stream, but I might uninstall it. I might uninstall it. Yeah, I might actually uninstall it. Now, I don't know what will happen if I uninstall it while it's being used. Can we disable it? Doesn't look like. You can see that you can actually turn the density down and it does reflect it straight away. Still don't know what the little prop noise is. I don't know what that is at all. But yeah, not the most streamlined of streams. I don't know really what the plan was for this stream in terms of showing you the sort of the virtual plane spotting. I guess it is just watching the planes take off and on. Taking off and landing. But I don't know what would happen if we maybe if should I should I I think just purely for the entertainment factor, maybe I should have a little look and see what happens, because I would like to see if we can improve the actual density, because we're up here. It's LAX. It's supposed to be one of the busiest airports in the world, and it's just there's nothing happening. There's load on the ground, and as I say, I did install a kind of, not a mod. I guess it is. It modifies Traffic Global to give you the updated routes and stuff. Oh, and Traffic Global, by the way, is a massive file. Like, it's a massive file. Let's see what happens. And that webcam's been okay as well, so I know what to do next time. It never used to be like that. It used to be absolutely fine. Hopefully this completely wipes everything off, and when I reinstall it, I probably will have to restart XPlane 12 again, but it is what it is. I'll have to entertain you. It's not going to let me do it because XPlane is obviously running. Okay, fair enough. Oh. There's me. It doesn't like having two of the same instance of the webcam open. Oh my god. So that's an issue straight away, isn't it? That we're not going to be able to. I can't flick between the sources and have the webcam active. Is that just? Yeah. See, look, now I'm gone. But every time that isn't good. That isn't good. Oh, what a pain! What a pain. To be very honest with you guys, I didn't want to have to start uninstalling the plugin that I'm using, and XPlane's now completely froze, which means OBS will probably freeze also. Let's try and get rid of XPlane without losing OBS. No, it's fine. It's fine. I tell you what, guys, give yourself a pat on the back if you're still watching and you're still actually keeping up with the stream, because it's not the best. I'll be honest with you. I'm not particularly fond of this live stream, because I always like the virtual plane spotting videos that I do, or at least the idea of doing it, because I just love that concept of virtual plane spotting. I love all the AI. I'm always very intrigued when the flight simulators are bringing out AI traffic programs, because I want to see how they are better than the last, and how they are, you know, how they compare to the others. But yeah, let's have a little look in the files for XPlane 11 now and see. So the traffic global folder is still there. Let's get rid of that. Plugins. God, it's so much different than XPlane, than Flight Sim, Microsoft Flight Simulator. So it didn't delete the other things, the other routes and stuff. I think let's delete these as well. Let's do a fresh install. Now, the thing with this is we're gonna get loads of old routes. We're gonna get loads of old aircraft, I'd imagine, loads of old liveries, which is absolutely fine. It's pretty cool actually to see. but we'll have a little look and see what we can see, because we'll have a little jump back to the olden days. Let's clean that up with, if you're not using, it's called Revo cleanup or file uninstaller. It's free. There's obviously a paid version as there is with always, but guys, I would recommend using it, because once you uninstall something, it automatically looks at it and goes, there's still a load of poo left from that, and it will help you clean it up. It's pretty cool. I would definitely recommend it. Now I actually need to find out where my Traffic Global download is. But yeah, pat on the back to everyone who's still with the stream. I appreciate you guys still watching. I have got a live stream on Saturday. It isn't scheduled yet. It will be scheduled. Right now in my head, it will be looking at some freeware airports by one single developer, I believe. But I will have a freeware video out next week at some point. That will be a long form video featuring some freeware videos. Getting back to doing those, really excited about that. I've got some, I've got the microphone here, I've got things to make it as I used to. I've got an unboxing for Friday, I think around 5 o'clock, so there's an unboxing video. I think that's about 5 minutes long. Flight sim related, nothing to do with a headset or anything. Another YouTube short. Oh, hang on, no, the unboxing is on Saturday. And I've got a YouTube short of a flight sim product on Friday. Then I'll have another unboxing next week along with the freeware video. So there's a lot. There's a lot. There's a lot coming up. Like I keep on saying, I say it to a couple of different people. I say it on live streams. I absolutely love doing trailers and cinematics. It's good fun, but there's nothing better than doing a longer form video, full voiceover. I can really get into reviewing something, or basically what the channel started out. The channel started out as reviewing airports, doing freeware reviews. Not really freeware reviews, because I wouldn't review a freeware product. I don't think it's very fair. But doing product reviews, even flying around different locations in the world and just doing that as a video. That's how the channel started. My promise to myself when I said I was coming back to do YouTube videos again was that if I'm going to do it, I start doing videos I want to do and videos that mix up the content. So I've had a few people and actually a few creators recently say, oh, I like your trailers, I love your cinematics, and I found that absolutely amazing. I love that other creators are noticing me, and for that reason I don't just want to be in. And again, I'm saying this like this was my fault. I don't want to be put into a bubble of just doing cinematics and trailers. I did do a lot of those at one point. I still do them now, but I don't want the channel to be stuck in a category of its own. I don't want to just do one video. It don't make sense. My hobby is flight simulation and aviation. I want to do as much as I can, and I want to do it on my terms and in my time. But yeah, rant over. Rant over. I want to enjoy making videos, guys. I don't want to go back to a year and a half ago where I absolutely despised. I didn't even go on my computer. The computer wasn't even plugged in for a year and a half. I didn't do any aviation related stuff. I don't want that to happen again. I really enjoy this time at the minute. I'm working with people who are massive in the flight simulation industry, developers. I'm working with people like Logitech guys. I can't really ask for much more, but I need to make sure that I keep my head above water, because I could easily sink any moment, because I'm getting stuff sent to me like you know, wing panels, wing joysticks. You know, I'm getting panels like this sent to me, and you know, it's beautiful, it's lovely, it's great. It's on my desktop. It makes me desktop look like a proper flight sim setup, but I've got to stay calm. I'm reinstalling Traffic Global now, guys, and what I want to do is obviously try and load XPlane back up and see what happens. Now listen, I apologize if you are still watching, I appreciate it, but there's nothing else I can do in terms of chat away and wait for it to load, because the load into XPlane is from desktop to the UI to the menu is pretty decent. It's quite quick as long as it does actually load. The load up into the sim, however, what we will do is we'll try and load it up into LAX again and see if it hopefully it doesn't try and load in any of the UK scenery, because it's going to load up some of the Orbex stuff, unless it still loads it in even if you're in LAX. We'll see. But again, guys, I apologize for the break in the stream. Didn't really go into this thinking I'd be uninstalling it, and it's still installing right now. I think it's like 18 gigs or something, Traffic Global. But yeah, loads of new content over these next 2 to 3 weeks. Really excited to get some of the unboxings out. Why is that like that? Sorry guys, I was just looking at that thinking, why is that like that? Yeah, it looks like it's doing its business, and if I go into resources, so it's a whole different ball game with the there's not just a community folder with XPlane, it's just plugins and custom scenery, custom aircraft, all that business. So it's loading back in now. We will see what this is going to turn out like and see if we get a bit more traffic. And if we do get a constant flow of traffic, then all that means is that whatever I try to install, I didn't do it correctly. To be honest, the no sound part of it was probably me completely ballsing it up. I'll try again at some point, but to be honest, I don't mind watching 747s and some of the older aircraft liveries and routes come into airports. That's quite cool. It's actually better than probably it is now, especially seeing some of the older stuff back in Manchester Airport online. So it looks like it's low. Yeah, there we go. Completed. Spot on. Thank you so much. But are we going to get a fairly nice load into XPlane? And also as well, there's no webcam again. And look at me, look at the picture. I'm actually moving, but I'm not there. I think that's a bit of a pain, because I don't want to use the software if it's going to put the webcam behind. I don't want to have to keep on doing that. So I'm going to have to look into that. If you are rewatching the stream, by the way, guys, just skip until things start happening again. Just skip. Because you'll be waiting a bloody long time. You'll be waiting a long time. There we go. Look, XPlane started. And I'll show you how fast it is from desktop to UI. It's pretty... I mean, it's faster than Microsoft Flight Simulator. It's faster. A lot faster. It's going to make an absolute fool of me here, though. It's going to crash, and it's going to crash OBS. The stream will go down, and then everyone will F off, and I'll be just forced to go and leave yous because I'll be that. There you go. It didn't. As long as you don't start messing about with it, it's fine. Right, let's see if we can go into LAX. Same thing. It remembers where you were and stuff, which is pretty cool. Let's... Oh. That would be interesting. Right, okay. It's loading. So let me know in the comments of what you've been up to, guys. I want to know if you've been flying some interesting routes, if you've been flying at all in Microsoft Flight Simulator, what you've been doing in your spare time. I am very interested, so let me know. Like I said, guys, if you aren't subscribed, please consider subscribing. Not based on this stream at all, based on other things. So go off and watch other videos of mine and other live streams. And base it off that, not off this. I'm hoping that complete wipe of Traffic Global is enough for it to potentially work a bit better, so we've got a constant flow of aircraft. But yeah, guys, keep an eye on the channel. I've got a Discord. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, X, and TikTok. Discord, everything is linked below. Pop into my Discord, get involved with it all. Everything that I upload is automatically sent to Discord, so you won't miss a video. I do ping regularly, so if you're not too fond of that, turn me off. But just keep an eye. I'm constantly doing stuff. As I say, I've got some flight sim related unboxings coming up. I'm gonna re-record the audio for my flights, my freeway video, because I'm not too keen on the audio that I had, the audio quality I had, that I originally recorded, which is a pain because it's a massive video. So I'm gonna have to re-record all of that. That's good news. I'm gonna have to revisit that particular video, but I'm gonna edit that up over the rest of this week, along with another unboxing. I've got a couple of videos already scheduled on YouTube already, so yeah, there's going to be stuff going on. I'm in a good position to a point of where I can jump on the sim if needs be, or I can go and sit there and edit. Some people hate editing videos and stuff. For the most part, it's just nice just sitting here. Oh, we've got movement. See, if you just leave it, please, he says. I don't know why XPlane has a problem with OBS. It seems to... I've had it twice. Once on live stream and once before this live stream, where it crashed and took OBS with it. It's like, if I'm going down, so are you. But I'm hoping, fingers crossed, touch wood. Here we go, we're in. Look at that. Thank you for installing traffic to fully enable. Please enter your light. Oh God! All right. Do I have to? I don't have to restart, do I? The problem now is you're going to see me license unless I hide it. Hopefully, I can hide it. Hopefully. Can I take it off screen? No. It's going to have to be hidden behind there, isn't it? I also don't know the email address that it was bought on. Also, I'm going to have to get my license again, which is a bit of a pain in the bottom, because I don't know. I only ever bought two on there. Oh, there's me Coronado Premier 1, the 390. I used to love flying that. Absolutely loved flying that aircraft. Please don't let me... Hey, there we go. We've got the sounds back as well. Nice. Let's turn the traffic density all the way up. I also forgot how to turn the labels off. There's an actual thing. How do I do it? Oh, it's the insert key, isn't it? Is it? Yeah. Although we should leave them on, shouldn't we? Maybe, I don't know. Let's dive into drone camera again and see. We've actually got contrails now. It looks a bit better. It looks a bit better. It looks busier. I wouldn't say it's too outdated. In fact, I would go ahead and say that whatever I did to it absolutely balls it up, because those aircraft models are a hell of a lot better. Well, maybe they're not. Maybe I'm just no. Maybe that's for some reason that one. It just looks a bit more detailed. Maybe, I don't know. But that's an old 737. We have got some United Dreamliners, but they're still in the Continental livery. I wouldn't say it was too outdated. I feel like you only really see it at certain airports. But hopefully we get a nicer packed densely populated traffic, more movement. The airport, what I would say is obviously now the airports look a bit better. The layout, the Southwest, I know for a fact that this is the Southwest thing. I mean, there's a United creeped in there, but this is the Southwest stand, as far as I know. So it looks like, again, I've probably installed whatever it was wrong, which I'm sure I could try again and see if it works and do it on my own time. But we definitely seem to have a lot more traffic going out and moving about. Also as well, I must have wiped the contrails from in the sky because, oh, okay, fair enough. But we do have a bit more movement. Well, yeah, we do. I mean, nice. El Al, special livery as well there. There's a 757 United there. I think they still fly them anyway. There's a Dreamliner, American Airlines Dreamliner, taking off, still on the same runway. The same runway use of runway. Nice. Yeah, so if you are rewatching this, I will try and put some chapters at the very end of the stream. Once I've finished, I will put some chapters into the description so that we can so that you can jump ahead and go to the action, the actual aircraft. Yeah, we have all the actual engine effects now, which, you know, they're not amazing. There's one of those weird Hawker sort of private jet things which still appear. I am moving it with my mouse, guys, so I apologise. It's a bit sort of jumpy. but it's the only way I can freely move the camera. I can't do it with my controller. It doesn't let me. It lets me do this. Oh, maybe that would be a bit smoother. No, that's even worse. That's even worse. But if you are interested, after all that palaver, this is XPlane 12. We are at the ShortFInal Designs LAX, and we're using Traffic Global by Just Flight, a very, very old program. And we're watching some planes take off. We have got, by the looks of it, could be a 737 500 without the winglets. I don't know. But it's an older 737 anyway. Can't turn this. Can't turn it. It's absolutely so difficult. What I can do is try it. Oh, look. Oh, that guy's China Airlines Cargo 747-400. Nice. I still love the atmospherics, the default atmospheric effects, the haze and the sunshine and the colour of the sky in XPlane 12. It's just so, I mean, look at this. If you just put some better scenery in, guys, you absolutely smash it. Yeah, I would say whatever kind of mod situation I had going on, yeah, you shouldn't be doing that, mate. That is violation. What I could do is... Oh, hang on. What are you doing? And you're wheeling it. There you go, rotate, buddy, go on. To make things a bit smoother, we could mess about with the camera. It would probably be a bit more beneficial, because I'd be able to... What are you doing, man? Are you landing or are you taking off? You just snuck in behind it. I also don't know why you're here. I don't know where he's gone. I don't know where... And if you take your cursor off screen, it just locks in place as well. Yeah, I would say whatever I installed before, we weren't getting a line like this. We weren't. The camera views, we can... Let's have a little look at these camera views, because we can... I do apologise as well, guys, because I can't. I don't think I can anyway. Oh, I can still move it. That's probably a bit better. Possibly. So you can mess about with the camera so it locks onto each plane. The problem I did last time is if I jump between planes, it can also crash. These inbounds will probably land on 06 left. Don't want to mess about with the times. The views, however, no. AI to chase camera, AI to you. The problem with that is you can't do anything. You can't move, you're just moving back and forth. I can't move with that one. Well, I can, but I can't rotate. That might work. See, I don't want it to do that. That's the problem. I don't want it to move, because I don't even know where we are now. I don't know. Let's see if we can fix it. I had, when I was in Heathrow trying this when I first installed it, it was really cool. It let me see, that's locked onto the plane now. Which is great, because we could stick our camera here. And then if we click on it, we should be able to... That's probably not too bad. But it's just not centered, that's the problem. It's a bit off. It's a bit off. So they're using, I think, all 4 runways at the minute. There's an A380 there as well, which is good to see. It's not too outdated there, I guess. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it's updated it. Also, I think, yeah, I think that's a lot better. That was probably what was there's also is that a Virgin A340? Actually, it looks like a Virgin A350. Let's have a little look. It's parked up. Oh, it's a Virgin Dreamliner. That's fine. Yeah, the camera isn't... It just isn't... Is that better? I think it's because I've... Nice. Okay, that's probably good if we... It's also going to send the camera that way. If I get too close to the ground, it's going to look a bit weird, so... It's going to do this circle motion as well. But when we zoom in, we do have a bit more of a... Can't zoom in a lot like we can with the scroll wheel. I would say it's probably the better way of watching them. Than manually moving the camera. But yeah, I will most likely, I think my plan for virtual plane spotting will probably go to, I will probably move on to Microsoft Flight Simulator and use some of the AI tools in there. Can I? Because this isn't going to be centered, this is not going to track it so well. It's going to kind of, it's supposed to be tracking him, but it's not. And it's going to make the camera go weird. Let me have a little look, because I think Is that better? No, because that's just following them now. There's also that one, but you can't move anything. I mean, you can't rotate the camera, that's the problem. Don't know where I am now. Don't know where I am now. I mean, looking at it, we have got more traffic. We've got more traffic, and it's not... It doesn't feel deserted anymore. Yeah, you know, we've got a fair few there. Don't have many departures, though. I also don't like this camera. I don't know why it's doing that. And that's also... I just need a camera that new to AI doesn't really work. That is probably the best camera, but it's just, it's only in one place, and they're going to go right over, and then the camera's going to go flipping back. That's the problem. Again, if you are taking the time to watch the live stream and you are weirdly enough you're enjoying it, then please leave a like and comment and chat and subscribe if you're not. Like, when you start moving this camera, everything goes off center. That's the problem. Nothing kind of tracks anymore. So I'm not too sure how you go about. The only way to do it is manually controlling the camera, which is not ideal, because everything's a bit too... Lovely Delta A350 there. The A350s look a bit weird, don't they? They actually look more like A220s, which I think Delta do have. Because when you click on here, oh look, a lovely United 757. If you click on them, your camera just sticks with them. Let's have a little look. That isn't bad, but you can't move. You can zoom in. It's very, very jumpy though. You can move the camera. Maybe this is the camera. No, because when I move it away like that, it's gonna... I just want a camera that I can place down and it locks on to the aircraft. That's all I want. That looks a bit too high, I'll be honest. He looks way too high. Yeah, there's a good couple here that are far too high. Lovely big Cathay Pacific Air 777. In fact, to me that looks like the 777-10 for some reason. The 777X. I don't know why. I think it's the wing ends on them. Yeah, a camera that you can place down anywhere you wanted, would still, in fact, X camera can do that, can't it? What am I on about? Pretty sure X camera can do that. Or disable X camera. Is that why I couldn't do it? No, because that's still gonna follow the cameras and it's still gonna take me with it. And that's just what we had before. Okay. Oh, look at this. Have you actually got LAX on here? Still getting used to XPlane, by the way. Sorry, XPlane, yeah, and X camera. I'm sure X camera is amazing, but there's a lot. I mean, I would say the density is a lot better, but it still feels quiet. Everything's bumped up, as you could see in the settings. All those little private jet type of things there. Doesn't seem to render correctly for some reason. Weird. Again, a lot of go-arounds. Lovely big. I would say that was a Virgin Atlantic. Oh, hang on, that's a 777. A lot of go-arounds. A lot of another one there. I would say tower view, maybe. Tower view might be. tower view still moves you, that's the thing. See, tower view is still moving. It's a bit weird, like it shouldn't. We'll stay locked onto this. I think this is again, it's now not. So you've got to be higher. See, Dreamliner, say American Airlines Dreamliner. But as you can see, the camera is still moving, so in that sense it's not really stuck in one place. It's still, it's not fixed. I want it so that it's fixed on the ground and the camera's moving, if that makes sense. The camera, just the rotation of the camera. So this is going to meet the plane as it comes down now. It's weird. Like, it don't make sense. Also, that plane is completely stopped now. I guess if you don't mess with the actual camera, it's fine. Oh yeah. It's a good job we can laugh and stuff, isn't it? It's a good job we can laugh. I'm laughing in this. I'm laughing in despair. Ugh. I apologise, there's no free-flowing stream today, guys. I will be back to my usual form, hopefully, at some point. Let's have a mess with... I did click real-world weather, I'm sure I did. Or did I mess about with the time? That's what it was, wasn't it? Let's do that. Let's give us some clouds, see what happens. And then we've completely moved now. Where's everything? So you can see that the traffic actually stops and reloads. It's you know, we've changed time of day, which is quite cool. Southwest right over the top there. I'd love that we can click on any of the aircraft and it takes you to them and you can track them, but I suppose, I mean, it's technically not plane spotting then in a normal sense of where you're watching it from a fixed position. You just that's chase plane cameras, so then you are literally following. That is basically the camera on your aircraft watching from your position, which technically should be the way you stay static, but again, it kind of just still moves ever so slightly. And then it kind of sinks into the ground. So as close as that airplane's going to get, it's just going to continually go. Let's have a little look. What I'm going to attempt to do, guys, is I'm going to attempt to get us loaded into Heathrow and just change it up a tiny bit. I'm going to keep it to the American Airlines plane. Technically, they go to Heathrow. Sorry, not technically. They do go to Heathrow, but not a 737-800. I'll start a new flight up. We'll leave it alone. What I am going to do in the meantime is I'm going to to be honest with you, we're near the end of the live stream anyway. I don't plan to go any more than 2 hours on this one, just because it hasn't been the smoothest and completely far from what I expected it to be. I have done some virtual plane spotting live streams, and they've been a bit better, I guess. I did want to just sort of stick in one location in particular airport and just watch them go past, but it's not that easy with XPlane, with Traffic Global. And what I would say as well, the camera situation on Flight Sim as well also won't be as easy, because I don't think there's anything that locks onto the plane of any of the AI traffic. I think you have to literally just control the camera, but it's a lot easier. You get it's a bit smoother. But we're going to see if it loads into Heathrow, and we'll end the stream there for tonight, and I will schedule the weekend's live stream or any others that may come up. It might be that something comes up throughout the next couple of days, and I live stream on Friday as well as Sunday. Sunday at the minute is looking like possibly a freeware live stream, which is always enjoyable. Everyone does like a free airport or a free aircraft. I will be taking a look at some freeware scenery if as long as things don't change with that. I'm gonna schedule that and set that up anyway, but won't make it public until I'm 100% sure that is going to be what is going on. It might not even load in time, to be honest with you. It's just been one of those. It's been one of those days. It's been one of those days where I don't want to wake up. I know that song. But yeah, guys, listen, if you've been here and you've been watching, thank you. I can't really ask any more. You've survived, and I appreciate that. If you're rewatching this stream, then good luck. If you're rewatching it, guys, be nice and hopefully understand that it was a bit of a balls up and it didn't go as well as I thought. I might not even make it available for rewatching, to be honest with you. I might not. Let's see. All I can say though is massive thank you to Laminar Research, who actually sent me a copy of XPlane 12 so I could take a look at it. I'm still doing that. I will do some other stuff with XPlane 12. Big thank you to Logitech, who have allowed me to be part of their Logitech G Play Days as well, and also for sending me this beauty, the Logitech G Pro X2 Lightspeed fully wireless Pro X headset, the X2. It's currently on sale. I think there's about £60 off it at the minute. I think it's down to $199, which is fantastic. There's loads more stuff on offer as well. I believe some things are already selling out. It is that popular. It runs for 2 weeks, and as I say, I will be popping some other things on my social media over the next 2 weeks with those guys. I'm gonna give this chance to load up because we might still get it to load up at this point. We might, as long as I don't fiddle with it. Let's have a little look. Ooh, I've just seen some more fantastic pictures of the in development Doncaster Sheffield by Perseverance scenery. Ooh, look at that. Wowee. So obviously we know that Doncaster Sheffield will be getting a new lease of life here in the UK, which is fantastic to hear. We have got Perseverance scenery currently making a really high fidelity scenery add-on for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, and you can go back and watch the development stream for that on my channel. I will be featuring it more as the development goes along and sharing some exclusive stuff, and of course there will be a trailer for it when it releases and more streams. But for now, yeah, it's. I'm just looking now. It's looking fantastic. The check-in desks and some of the barriers. It looks brilliant. Perseverance scenery really adding in the intricate details to this, and it's going to be great because I think if he continues with the progress, he might be able to even get this out around the same time we see the real life Doncaster Sheffield open up. Fantastic. Avison, mate, I do apologise, mate. I mean, I'd like to say fantastic for understanding. I honestly appreciate it, the patience, and obviously for staying here and watching. I would say between the two simulators, I think even though I've got to manually track the planes on Microsoft Flight Simulator, I would say it's a bit smoother. The process of doing it is probably a lot better. It's just that the fact that XPlane and Traffic Global has that ability to click on each plane, stuff like that. Looks like we are getting a bit of a load up on Heathrow here as well, so we might just go over the live stream schedule a bit and just have a little watch of some stuff at Heathrow while we can. But yeah, say out the two, I think Virtual Plane Spotting on Microsoft Flight Simulator, even though I would say the AI traffic add-ons are probably a bit half-baked. I think there's some stuff that Traffic Global's doing on XPlane that is so much better. Like like I say, having the actual flight schedules, the radar, the flight path maps and stuff like that. There's just a lot more there that you can play with compared to Microsoft Flight Simulator. But I understand why some of that stuff couldn't be implemented into it. I think I will at some point create a pre-recorded video on demand of some flights of some plane spotting in Microsoft Flight Simulator. It's something I've wanted to do. It's just it's saying you want to do it and then actually having the time to do it. We actually have had a load up on XPlane, which is fantastic. If you give it some time, I actually have got Orbex South installed as well, I believe. So it's quite interesting that it's loaded up. I also don't have any. Okay, I do have some sound. And we do have sound, so the reinstall has gone well. Now I haven't seen Heathrow since I reloaded it back to the sort of default traffic global, so let's have a little look. They're using 27 right for the departure, so we do have arrivals on or over Myrtle Avenue, which is obviously the popular spot where spotters go. We've got that weird sound bug again. I'm not too sure if that might be a bug or something, but again, giving it some time, but the density of the actual density of the traffic isn't amazing. I've got an overflight up there somewhere. Hey, look at that. Love to see it. British Airways 747, guys. Look at that. I would say this probably dates back to before 2020, I guess. Also, it doesn't seem like the gates are particularly well done. We do not have we have British Airways over here, obviously, for the British Airways hangars, but not here. British Airways obviously use 5C and 5B. Virgin Atlantic over here as well. A couple of Virgin Atlantics, but we do have the A380 and the 747, which is great stuff. It's good to see it again. And we also have some Virgin A3. Oh no, that's a quad. So yeah, there's a Virgin Atlantic A340. Look at that. Love to see it. So I guess it's not that far behind, but again, some Etiads here as well for some reason. But then looking at the route map, there's absolutely nothing. And oh, there we go. Maybe leave it a bit. Ooh, look at that. Pakistan 777. And obviously keep in mind, guys, I do have Orbex South installed, so you will notice that the scenery is, I would say, quite a lot different to the default XPlane 12 scenery. And it doesn't look too bad, does it? Old XPlane 12, look at this. Keep in mind that this is AI traffic, of course. Sky Henry, fire. It's not bad, is it? Yeah, Avison, I wish we could, as I say, we could stay static. Now the thing is, on XPlane, on X camera, I did have views set up. I did have views set up. It might not save it, but I did have all. I had a load of views set up. But as you can see, it just reverts. It's a bit of a pain. Maybe if we could we then go to, no, that's just going to do that. There's the 7.4 taking off. Good to see. Love to see it. Obviously, we do runway to AI. It's just going to give us the. I did make cameras and it did seem to work, and I don't know how it's not working now. That's the problem. That's not too bad, but again, we're nowhere near. We won't be able to see the touchdown, for example. We can't zoom in and out. We also can't. I suppose the tower camera, if you stay near the tower, is probably going to be your best bet. But you can't zoom in a lot to see the approach. That's the problem. I think probably tower is the best camera because you can, as I say, it's sticking to where the tower is for the most part, and zoom's not too bad either. We might obviously still be seeing Pakistan come into it. That is a overfly. Again, quite a lot of like sort of overflies here. Is a Embraer. Again, I can't use the scroll wheel to zoom in, so we haven't got a massive lot of zoom when they come in, but I think it's okay, I guess. I also want to go here. I did go to Heathrow on my own on the coach, all the way down from Liverpool. You can actually go on top of the Hilton Garden Hotel and basically be in between the runways of Heathrow. This is a nondescript Embraer. It looks like a 170. Notice the touchdowns are very, very short at Heathrow for this as well. I would say this is probably the best camera, is the tower camera. But again, it works well in Heathrow. Anything with parallel runways and based kind of in the middle, like LAX, works the best. That actually might be an E190 by the size of it. But again, there's in the way of approach, there's nothing. It's a bit. Heathrow, everything is go, go, go. We can swap around there and we can obviously turn the camera the other way. You can actually see London in the background, which looks fantastic actually. I would say when you're in Microsoft Flight Simulator, everything looks a bit pixelated and and stuff, but on XPlane you can actually make out the Shard and the Sky Gardens, Canary Wharf even, it's actually, and the wheel. Pretty good, man, pretty good. Again, that would be part of the Orbex scenery, but I think tower cam is probably the way to go. It's a shame I can't see, for example, over here is an actual spot that you can go to near this car park. I went there. So I will only be live for the next couple of minutes, guys. I do apologise that it wasn't the most streamlined of streams, but I will be back for more streams. There's more pre-recorded stuff coming out. I've got an unboxing on Saturday. I've got an unboxing YouTube short on Friday. Potentially right now, Sunday's live stream will be a freeware live stream showing you some freeware stuff, which I always enjoy doing because it's good to see what kind of freeware stuff we've got going on. I do miss seeing the 747s regularly. Back in the day, Manchester would get Virgin 747s and Pakistan Airlines 747s a lot. But yeah, I think tower cam, it stays quite still. It doesn't go off center. It's actually quite nice. Here we go. Also the sounds, again, it's a fresh install, nothing's been kept over from the other installs, so it's a bit, sounds mustn't be the strong point of Traffic Global. There's sounds on that, but it's very low. Yeah, so see that this will be perfect if you could make a thing that tracks on the AI traffic on Microsoft Flight Simulator. It'd be really good. Yeah, exactly. I said the tower cam, if I could move it and it was anywhere else, it'd be amazing. But once I start moving it, the camera starts moving, and it doesn't really work well, which is a bit of a shame. Yeah, see the flight's coming in. There's always a queue of planes. It doesn't matter what time at Heathrow, so it's a bit, yeah. Got more departures at the minute. Little Aer Lingus A320. Again, the models are terrible. But I tell you what, the rotations and the sort of the flares on Traffic Global are still a lot better than the Microsoft Flight Simulator ones. Don't know what's going on with the flight model on that. The actual aircraft model looks terrible. Got a British Airways Dreamliner as well. But yeah, I'd love to be able to track them like this on. Obviously, you can see what aircraft are which using little nav map, or obviously Beyond ATC's got its own aircraft map on it, but you can't track the camera like this, so it's unless there is. If anyone knows in the comments, anyone attempting to rewatch this live stream, let me know if there's an actual way to track AI traffic. I mean track with the camera, not track it with a radar or anything like that. I mean track it like I don't need to do anything right now. The most I'm doing right now is zooming in. But again, in terms of the zoom, I haven't got as much as the scroll wheel was doing before. Don't know what that noise is. See, this is actual plane spotting. This is what I should have done from the start, but a lot of trial and error. It really was. But if you're wondering if you could virtual plane spot, if you ever wonder about doing it, you can do it on flight sims. It's sometimes it's just more relaxing and a more chilled out time to virtually watch them than actually go and fly them. I also notice there's always a lot of police car models around Heathrow here. Absolutely nothing on approach. We have got something up there as well. Looks like a little A320 possibly. But again, I'd love to be able to see the actual aircraft info. I mean, we could stick the labels on. It just looks a bit less inviting. But little general aviation. We've got a little, what's that? LJ4. It tells you everything there, you know. It's actually an A319. But a general aviation. Oh, that's one of those little private jets. I just like that you can click on this, track the aircraft, and you can do that. There you go, British Airways departing. Got the altitude and the speed and everything. Really cool. Here's our Iberia coming in. Yeah, they always touch down far too early on this Heathrow. But I mean, it's good to see that you've got the actual reverse thrusts, you've got the spoilers coming out and everything. So they are outdated models, but the animations are still pretty good. We don't have any tyre smoke or anything on touchdown, but got a United 767 heading out, which again is a thing that you would still see at Heathrow. I don't know if they still have the ones with the continental tail. I think they do. I think this is how I should have done it from the start. It is what it is. It is what it is. There's no point in dwelling. We'll reevaluate and do one again at some time. I like that we've got the labels, but it's just nice seeing them without labels. Wow. I think actually we still get these at Heathrow, but again the model is terrible. I think this might be an A300 or an A310. I don't think we get the actual aircraft. I think we still get Tamron as an airline. Could actually be wrong, but that is a terrible model. Maybe the LOD isn't good on this, so we'll see when it goes past what it's actually like. But if you are tuning in after the live stream, you re-watching, please do consider leaving a like. Please don't base this live stream as the quality or at least the content I usually put out. Please go off and look at some previous live streams for that and some of my pre-recorded videos. It is far better. Yeah, that's got no cockpit or anything on it. It's terrible. How are you even seeing? Yeah. But yeah, do consider subscribing, and again, I will be live again at the end of this week. We'll be back in Flight Simulator 2024 or 2020 maybe. Having a look at the minute at some freeware sceneries. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, I should have been using tower from the start, I think. I think tower view is the way to go. Especially at Heathrow, it's probably a little bit better. Don't know why all those EVA Air are sat off at the British Airways maintenance apron. Let's see what we got here. We've got a British Airways A320 on final, which is always usually the case at Heathrow. And then we have actually got a Cathay Pacific 777 behind that as well. Bit of smoke coming out the back of that A320 actually. That's actually the Crystal Palace thing that everyone says is the Eiffel Tower, isn't it? That's pretty cool. Self-flying version, yeah, with no cockpit windshield on it. That's coming down far too early. Actually, we got some tyre smoke there, didn't we? There's our... I think after this arrival, guys, we'll call it a night, call it an evening, and I will schedule a Flight Sim 2024 live stream for the end of this week, looking at some freeware sceneries. And again, please stay tuned because again, things might change. Live streams have been known to change at last minute, so best way to keep up with that is obviously Discord and social media. I appreciate anyone who stayed with me for the 2 or so hours. It's been a bit of a difficult one, I must admit. I probably should have just done Tower View from the start. Because it's worked out a bit better. But it is what it is, guys. That one's definitely going around, and that one's... oh no, that one's going around. That one will also as well. What have we got going out? Again, this is obviously a fresh install of Traffic Global, so it's still a bit iffy. Massive Cathay Pacific 777 to end the stream today. But yeah, I'm gonna investigate Flight Sim 2024 for virtual plane spotting a bit more, and bit jittery and shaky that triple. Oh god. No, that's not good, is it? I wouldn't like to be on that one. Christ. Yeah, well, there you go. That just sums up the live stream. Listen, guys, as I say, anyone who stayed till the very end, I really appreciate it. I'm gonna call it a day here now. I'm gonna sit down for a bit. I've still got some things to do on the computer, so yeah. We'll call it a day there, guys. Thank you for sticking with the stream. If you have stuck till the end, give yourself a pat on the back. I appreciate it, and I will see you again very soon.